G'day, this week very exciting, going from the top of Tasmania, Stanley, all the way down, doing some gravel roads, calling in to do the Tarkine Loop, which is really quite good, and then from there going further all the way down to a little surf beach and all the way down to Arthur River, where I'll go on a boat cruise. It's called the Red Boat, and we go out into the rainforest. Very exciting. Anywho, let's go.
Our truffles are Tassie truffles, so we do a winter truffle, so our truffle season's from June to August. Tassie truffles are really complex and deep in flavour and aroma, so they're a little bit more sought after than the rest of Australia. Our core products that we have are some freeze-dried products out of season, which are some pieces and a powder, a truffle salt and a pepperberry truffle salt.
And what do you use the pepperberry truffle for?
The pepperberry is excellent on your meats. You can also use it in soups and casseroles and mashed potato. We will do winter tours, so they will commence in June. So you'll be able to pre-book from the next few weeks, so from February onwards, and have your tours already ready for the harvest from June.
And when they're looking for it, do they use dogs or pigs or?
We have 5 dogs, so they're Labradors, and we take those labs out, so each hunter will be assigned 1 dog.
Well, here I am, camped at a camp spot, nice tucked away. It's just by the water. Feels good. It's not very expensive to stay the night, so yeah, it's all good. Good morning, top of the morning to you. Well, a bit chilly here this morning at 8 degrees, and today's top will be 21, so absolutely outstanding day. The sun is just coming up. It's a bit early in the morning, it's about 6 o'clock in the morning, and just about to seize the day. Today I'll be going further up the west coast, and the next couple of days I'll then start heading down and into an area that they call the wilderness. So that'll be fun and exciting, and I'm sure a few challenges. Anywho, let's get on with the day. While I've got your attention, it just occurred to me, maybe you would like me to go to particular places. If you've got some favourite places or some places you'd like me to explore in Tasmania, please let me know in the comments below. If you haven't already subscribed, it would be great if you did. And if you're doing a subscribing, it's great also if you hit the bell. That way you can be notified every time I've got a new video out. Just thought I'd give you a heads up. Very excited with my new Starlink. It is awesome. So I'm out in the middle of the bush pretty much, and the reception was on, off. At best I was getting 3G with the normal Telstra or the normal coverage. As soon as I turned this on and set it up, it was instantaneous. I think I had over 100 megabyte download, gigabyte. Oh, I should know. I think it's 100 megabyte download. So that was pretty good, and the upload I think was about 8. I've had up to 20 so far on a good day. Now you probably wouldn't be doing this, but first of all be aware that with Starlink you need 240 volt for the system to run, for running the router, which is an integral part of the system, and I left that on the inverter last night, and so far I've used almost 60 amp hours. So if you've only got an AGM of 100 amp hours, then you're really going to struggle. Everything's going to be a big struggle for the following day. If you've got lithium, or you're thinking about getting lithium, make certain with lithium, get as much as you can afford. That's the way I say it, because you take 60 amps out of a battery, you're taking a lot out. But then again, a lot of people won't be leaving their phone or their laptop on all night. I'm in beautiful downtown Stanley, which is a small fishing village, well worth a visit. Very, very quaint cottages everywhere, lots of boutique accommodation, and they've got a really, really nice restaurant here called Hersey's Seafoods with a giant lobster on the roof. But I've showered myself some half a dozen oysters and a little twist of lemon. And obviously money is an object. If money were no object, I'd be sitting in there with my feet up and having a lobster and the whole thing. Outstanding. I've already had one. That's so nice. A la natural. Very pleasant. And enjoying off the off the back of the ute, tailgate of the ute. Shucked oysters in Stanley. Outstanding. Put the table away, go and dispose. It's always hard to explain or film anything that's got a rise. Quite often now you'll go on a four-wheel drive track and it'll be really, really steep going down or really steep going up. It's almost impossible to relay that visually on film. I can assure you already at the beginning of this track is quite steep, so if you're into that sort of thing, go for gold. I won't be doing the walk today, nor will I be doing the chair lift, but there are two choices. You can walk up, get the chair lift down, or take the chair lift up and bring the chair lift down. Suddenly it looks like a food video all about food, gastronomy, whatever it's called. I'm now sitting down to Devonshire tea at the Nut Cafe, and it's quite extraordinary. You get two scones. Two scones, lots of jam, lots of cream, and a lovely cup of tea. I'm just headed off on the Tarkeen Drive, and from the free camp I'm staying at the moment, which I think is called Tall Trees, you just turn left. Okay, I'm walking through the forest here. Just one of the many outstanding forests you can walks you can do in the area. I'm on the Tarkine Drive, I believe it's called. But some of these places are called enchanted, and I personally think all of them are really outstanding. And not hard work. Just a moment ago there was a few steps, but nothing big time. And this particular one, it starts off in one particular area, goes over a very organised track with the timber laid out for you, and now it goes back to just sort of dirt track, but very safe, very easy walking. With that, you'll probably see me trip over. That won't be for effect, that will be because I'm not concentrating. I'm standing in front of this lake, quite amazing. You'll see a couple of still photos of just how still it is, and it gives that perfect reflection of the sky and all the bushes and everything, where you're not sure which way is up. Great. This apparently was a sinkhole. It's about a 15-minute walk in here to check it out, so I would say it's worth a walk. It's always nice to do these walks, especially if they're only like 15-20 minutes there and back. I've been driving and I've finally driven to the edge of the world. That's what this area is known as. It's in Arthur River, and it's just slightly out of town. Arthur River is a little village which is part of the Tarkine circuit, and it is a really beautiful area. Beautiful big wide ocean. It's kind of like a little version of the Great Ocean Road. Got the nice rocks over there, or there, wherever they are. It's really quite peaceful. Definitely worth calling in here. Now I'm throwing a bit of caution to the wind, and as advised by that surfer, going to go down this track, see if I can get a bit closer to where the surfers are. Fingers crossed. Well, you can probably see over my shoulder, I'm down a place called West Point, which is just out of Arthur River, and this is a favourite surfing spot. Apparently it gets some really good breaks here, just over yonder rocks as well. They've got some good breaks depending on what time of the day it is, and depending on the wind and all the surfing conditions. But as you can see, they're having a real hoot of a time out there. So if you're into surfing and you want to drive all this way, certainly if you're in Tasmania and you bought your boards, I think this is the place to go. So yeah, lots of fun for the surfers here at West Point. I felt obliged to tell you about this place. It's called Elsewhere. Seriously, Tasmania has come up with the greatest of names for a little town. It's not a town, but it's a camping area. Now, I'm not taking my van in because it's a bit too big, a little bit probably too wide. I would take in a roof topper, I would take in a camper trailer, and I would take in probably a small pop-top van. But to get in there, getting through the gate was a bit of a drama. Then there's a bit of deep sand later on, but there's lots of expanse, and the ocean is probably, from wherever you're going to park the caravan and camp, it's probably about 150 to 200 metres, and it is outstanding ocean. You'd probably be here by yourself. $6 per person per night, so maybe take a consideration on that.
That's my daughter Emma, who is on the boat with Jones, all those type of things.
Okay, I'm walking through the rainforest, and our guide, Boris, extremely knowledgeable, and he's been telling us all about the various different woods and trees, and it's quite amazing. And unfortunately, I don't remember too much of it, but I know I was very impressed. And if your short-term memory cells are good, you'll be able to take it all in. It's beautiful. It's really, really outstanding. Just walking next to the river. And now we're about to head back and have a feed, have a little barbecue. Yeah, so Boris has just given me this leaf, and it's off the sassafras tree. Now the sassafras tree, very, very top of it, it's got a whip kind of a piece of timber at the very top, and they would literally use that back in the day for the whips. Yeah, and the other thing is, more recently, or sort of more recently than way back in the day, they also used sassafras for pegs. First of all, there was the dolly peg, and then later on there was the peg that had the little eucalyptus squeeze. And the reason they used that was it wouldn't stain the clothes, so using nature to its best.
This is a wallaby wood or cheese wood. These cheese wood don't normally, you don't see a lot of them in the forest, because as they say, wallaby wood or cheese wood, the wallabies love it. So they get so high, and those wallabies and paddy melons will come in and eat the tops out and kill our cheese wood, our little wallaby wood.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah, there she is. Okay, we good? Not gonna muck around.
Well, there you have it. Second week in Tasmania. Still loving Tasmania. Hope you enjoyed that. Going from all the way to Stanley, then going down to Tall Timbers, doing the Tarkine loop. That was great fun. And then calling into a surf beach, and eventually getting hold of a little boat called the Red Boat, and it chugs along up into the rainforest. That was awesome as well. If you found the video helpful, useful and or entertaining, please give it a thumbs up. And until next time, this is Four Wheel Drive signing off.